Unlike some previous days, I remembered to water the coffee. Also, I find myself in need of a poppy, so let's hope there's enough time for that thing to grow before the end of the season. As I harvest some crops around the farm, coffee, hops, and peppers today, welcome on in, it's great you're here, and thank you so much for watching. After the initial chores of the day, it's time to say hi to our doggo and give him some water, check the mushroom cave, and then pick up some oak resin. The chickens and cows needed their pets and pats, and all of our chickens are fully grown finally. That means more eggs to make into mayonnaise. Because we also got more oak resin, it's time to craft up some more kegs and get those placed and ready to go. Then we're off to Pierre's to pick up some seeds. I made sure to grab a melon seed and a wheat seed for Ginger Island's farm, just in case I didn't already have one of those saved of each of those. And I also picked up a couple poppy seeds along with some speed grow. I quickly ran back to the farm so that we could find a spot to grow the poppy seed, and maybe it will even grow in time. And it is also Sunday, lest we forget, so we're off to the traveling cart next. Well, well, well. Hello, fried egg. And a poppy. Oh, we didn't even have to worry about it. You know what? We're going to get this trout soup to celebrate. No, I'm just kidding. Get this rare seed to celebrate. Well, that is absolutely amazing. What a great find that was. And let's not forget that the Trout Derby is still going on. So if you're watching this on the eventual summary video, enjoy the speedy catches. If you're watching this on the long form video, enjoy my random rambling. Oh, what a lovely day of fishing, or so I thought at the start as I caught a chub, a sunfish, a pike, and our first rainbow trout with a tag. Then I got an algae, pike, a trout with a chest, which had a ton of stuff in it. That's one heck of a good chest. We followed that up with another pike, a rainbow trout, a chub, then 2 more trout, but 0 tags. Being sad about that, I reeled in another pike with a chest, but it only had a jade in it. Moving along from there, we caught 2 more rainbow trout, still no more tags, 2 more chubs, and then also a bream. And in short order, I caught not 1, not 2 or 3, but 5 rainbow trout in a row with 0 tags. Finally, to finish up the day, an algae, a trout, and a bream. With all those catches, 12 rainbow trout in total. I got 1 tag. But at least we got some warp totems, which are pretty handy at this point in the game, especially because it takes hardwood and honey to craft them. Given the disappointing golden tag result, at least I still caught a bunch of fish, so it was back to the farm to sell them, pick up all of our artisan goods, and then head off to sleep. And we made a very solid amount of money. Well, it turns out that Pam wants an iron bar, which I will try to get done today. I also sold the mayonnaise that we made overnight, and then it was time to harvest all of our coffee beans and water all of the coffee plants yet again. And then you had to harvest up all the hops and, of course, all the blueberries. By the way, what is your favorite crop to harvest in the game? I think blueberries are mine. I decided to keep about 60 of them on hand so that when I get around to crafting seed makers, I can make my own blueberry seeds for summer of year 2. Then we were off to say hi to the cows and chickens and to pick up all the eggs. I checked our fish pond also and got some roe, and the fish said that they wanted a pine tar. I'll have to try to remember that for later, but first, it was off to Robin's. I needed to move the fish pond to the southern island so that we can have some more room to build more fish ponds in the future. And also, it was time to upgrade the barn. I have to get that done to get a pig so that I can get a truffle. We have goals around here. We don't always remember them, but we do have them. And on the way to find Pam and drop off that iron bar, I stopped into the community center to drop off both a fried egg and a poppy, both of which we had purchased from the traveling cart the previous day. Stopping in at Pierre's, it seems that Gus wanted a ruby, and I went inside and sold a bunch of berries to make several thousand G. And that makes up for most of the cost of the barn upgrade I just ordered from Robin. Then it was time to run about and drop off some requests around town. I started off with Demetrius. Look, I remembered to give him a melon in summer. For once. This is truly a rare occasion. And then it was time for... And our quest continues. I'm gonna guess that she's over at Joja, but we have to see Gus anyway, so... And Gus wanted the ruby. Paying me as much as a diamond for this, I appreciate that. A new achievement, Gopher, journal updated. Oh, you saw the thing I posted. Thank you. Here's a little something for your trouble. Excellent. Where else does she go? Nope. Must still be gone. Doesn't matter. She's in here. Here you go. Oh, you brought me the item. Thank you so much. Here's your payment. Beautiful. Then it was back to the farm to make more mayonnaise and visit the fish pond. And a pine tar. The pine tar will make us healthy. Well, I'm glad that you will be healthy, fish in my fish pond. I'm skipping past organizing some items on the farm here. It was pretty dull. So we're just going to go straight on to the mine trip. And I will say, as we get started on our mining trip, I never truly realized how much I get done in a day of Stardew Valley until I began making these summary videos. It's actually quite a lot. Now, with that said, on this day in the mines, I wanted to focus on getting more iron ore, more stones from large rocks, and as many dust sprites as possible. I think that overall, it was a pretty successful day of fighting, mining, and getting down floors quickly. It was all going wonderfully until we landed on floor 44, which frankly just took like forever to get to floor 45. The upside is that there's more rocks that you can break. It means that you get more stone, and I mean, we do need more stone to build things, so that worked out well.
1 hour later.
And as I reached floor 45, I found several dust sprites, and they gave us the ladder to floor 46, but I was very low on energy, and floor 46 had a lot of ore still in it. So I inhaled a winter root for just a little bit more energy and ran around to mine up all the ore I could get. By the time that was done, it was quite late, so I warped back to the farm, dinged the crystal in the house, and went to bed. As day 23 of summer dawned, Mayor Lewis sent me 500G in the mail. I think he's trying to get at my good side or something. Also, Mom sent a lovely pink cake. Hey, thanks, Mom! I cooked up some iron bars, grabbed the copper ones, and harvested the hops and coffee. And I made sure to water the coffee, too. I also made sure to grab the eggs, of course. Back up north, the mushroom cave was stocked up, so I emptied it, grabbed the iron bars, harvested the corn I missed earlier in the day, and I kept 10 of them in my inventory, and I made even more mayonnaise. Honestly, I make a lot of that because it's easy money. Then I fired up some gold ore to smelt into bars, and also... Alright, and I need 6 hops. Or a lot of coffee. I tossed our newly brewed pale ale into the sell bin and headed into town. We arrived at the community center quickly, and I brought the 10 corn to drop into the Spirits Eve bundle, which is now almost complete. We'll finish that one off close to Spirits Eve itself by borrowing a jack-o'-lantern from Jody's porch. I also spent a bit of time contemplating how close we were to finishing up the Artisan bundle, which is one of the bundles I thought would be rather challenging. Then it was off to check the bulletin board. I want to try giving my cows a tomato to increase their milk production. Look, Marnie, I mean, people try all sorts of things, okay, for that sort of stuff, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I don't think a tomato's going to do it. Okay, Marnie. Hey, you brought me the item. Thanks so much. Here's a little something. Well, the little something that I wanted is this lovely prize ticket you've given me. A prize ticket? What joy! Turning it into the prize machine means we receive 3 mystery boxes and are one step closer to getting that coveted Star Drop tea. Getting those boxes was perfect timing since I was off to visit Clint anyway to open up several other boxes and geodes. Here's a super sped up version of what took place. I ended up with some nice things, a few of which we could donate at the museum, but also some fertilizer, deluxe speed grow, a couple boom booms, and even some espresso. And Gunther, as always, was very glad to see more donations come in, but we did not get a reward this time. Now that it was late in the afternoon, I figured I should stop into the secret woods and look for more mahogany seeds. I did not find any of those, but I did find quite a few slimes and several fiddlehead ferns. I don't think I need any of those right now, but it was nice to find them. Then it was off to the rest of the woods to unleash our inner lumberjack once more. I still have to get to foraging level 10, and chopping down trees is about the only way we have to do that quickly. Also, I needed to restock on my wood supply because of our recent barn upgrade. So I got to chopping. And chopping. And then, you guessed it, I chopped some more. I even cleaned up quite a bit of the random debris in the woods to help with the inevitable fall forage search in just a few more days. It also nets me some more stone and wood, which is great. And I finished up the day using the rest of my energy chopping down even more trees. As the day drew to a close, it was off back to the farm to get some good rest. I was a man on a mission when the day began to plant a new mahogany seed and fertilize it before I forgot to do so. Again. So over to the greenhouse ruins we went. Once that's done, it was off to visit the animals, collect some milk, and of course also some eggs, and then harvest our crops. We had some lovely tomatoes, peppers, hops, and coffee beans. And then it was time to make some new artisan goods and head off into town. Today, Shane wanted an emerald. I'm fairly certain I do not have an emerald for him, which is a bit of a shame, but I stopped at the saloon for some other business with Gus, and I was too impatient to wait for him to open, so I just went down to the ocean for some fishing. I got things started off by failing to catch a fish, which is always a great way to begin a fishing trip. After that, though, I did manage to catch a seaweed, 2 lovely tuna, a soggy newspaper, a flounder, then another flounder with a chest that had a skeletal tail in it, and even more seaweed. I hooked the crimson fish, but I lost it almost as fast, sadly. So it was on to catching a tuna, a seaweed, another tuna, a seaweed, a flounder, and a driftwood. Then we managed to catch a snapper, a tuna, and another snapper. Oh, and a new fishing level too. But then I failed the 3rd catch for the day, and I also missed out on a chest. But I did hook the legendary fish again. Okay. All right. Just don't jump around too much, and we'll be able to catch you, crimson fish. You know, I'd be really excited if I did it, actually. I'm not going to lie. Come on now. Just stay in the little green area for me, okay? Yeah, that's great. Just, no. Just go back to the top and stay up at the top, okay? Come on. Oh, we did get it! Okay. Well, that is absolutely joyously wonderful. Get that legendary baby! I followed that catch up with a super cucumber, halibut, seaweed, another halibut, a piece of trash, a halibut with a chest that had some deluxe bait, a Joja Cola of all things, a seaweed, a halibut with a whole chest of goodies. Oh, hello. Lots of good items. And finally, some more seaweed, trash, a cola, and 2 final halibut. Back on the farm, I organized some chests, made and sold some pale ale, rang the crystal chime, and went to bed. We're now level 9 in fishing. I will say I had thought that we had made it to level 10, but not just yet. But we did make a solid amount of money for the day. The spirits are in good humor. There's a storm coming. Going outside, George wants a hot pepper for his knee, even though I'm not sure how that helps him. Maybe it's like icy hot. Anyway, so I'm off to do the normal stuff around the farm, watering the coffee, harvesting some hops, and also some melons. Can't forget about those. They are part of the key to making enough money to buy our fall crops. Oh, the squash is ready too, and even more melons. Now that all that's done, the orange tree didn't grow last night because something was interfering. It turns out it was a mahogany seed, which is extremely random and also really amusing. It does mean as well that I'm not sure that we're going to get an orange from this tree now. It's going to be really close. The mushroom cave was full once again and had to be cleared out. Then I made sure to say hi to all of our animals, milk our cows, and pick up our eggs like normal. Next up, due in part to our voluntary mahogany seed, it was time to go over and chop down all the mature mahogany trees that we had. So I started swinging and chopping and mentally yelling, "Timber!" whenever a tree fell. So I planted more mahogany seeds, fertilized them, and built a cheese press. We now have 4 mayo machines, a cheese press, and I think 8 kegs. There's one hidden behind the house, I'm pretty sure. I sold our artisan goods, and then it was off to order another fish pond from Robin. Once that fish pond was ordered, it was off to town for a bit of gift giving. I dropped off a pepper to Lewis, and of course took one to George as well to fulfill his request. Looks nice and spicy. Yes it does, just like my personality. No, it's not that. Well, actually it is. I keep things pretty tame around here is what I'm trying to say. But realistically, it is pretty spicy. Can I offer you some milk in these trying times? That's sweet. I don't think it was condensed. Okay. Some of you will understand. Having given several other gifts, I stopped by to look for Vincent at his house. Okay, Jody's in here. Jody, where is your child? And I don't mean Sam. Oh, are they at the beach maybe? Oh, you know, they might be at the beach now that I think about it. I don't know if you like the... Hello? It's for me? Marvelous. Well, there you go, Elliot. Have an item. Aha, I was correct. Thank you so much. You are welcome. Okay. Oh, there's our neighbor to the south. Yes. Boom. There you go. I mean, I suppose in theory, Shane will end up at the saloon. Yes. And here we go. Well, boom. Oh, wow. How'd you know? Magic. I also managed to save 10 of the hardwood from earlier in the day and took it to the community center to fulfill the construction bundle, which, when completed, gave me a charcoal kiln. Not the most exciting thing to get, if I'm going to be honest. To the mountain pathway for a little more tree cutting and chopping, and finally it was off to bed. Friends, welcome to day 54. It's a lovely rainy day where we get a new recipe from George for fried eel. And then it's off to harvesting bonanza of joy. Oh, yes. Look at all the blueberries flying around. Keep in mind, this is only from 64 plants. We also harvested up the coffee and the hops as well. And then it was over to the coop to say hi to the chickens and get eggs, and time to milk the cows and pet them as well. Being it's a Friday, I figured we should go to the traveling cart to see what was on offer, and then stop by the secret woods. Okay, listen. Is there only one slime in here, really? Oh, no, there's another one. Okay. Please. Mahogany? No. Okay. As you can see, it's also time to do a little bit more mining on my favorite floors. I can't have too much iron at this point in the game, and sometimes you even find some copper as well. Of course, there's a few battles along the way with some dust sprites here and there on our day in the mines, but nothing we can't handle. I didn't want to take a lot of time to break all the rocks by hand, so I used the boom boom in my inventory, which worked out great. Except I did also sort of boom boom myself. As I kept going down floors, I was able to find even more iron ore and also those giant rocks to break for 10 stone each. More dust sprites were there to battle with and defeat, and also, yes, I really do move this fast when playing the game, but only when it's a recording and I have it on 4x speed. Look at me go! Floor 45 had some dust sprites, and floor 47 had lots of giant rocks. All in all, a very solid trip to the mines. We headed back to the farm with 35 iron, 7 quartz, and lots of other good finds as well. Then it was time to put it all away in some chests, hop into bed for the night. And those blueberries definitely paid off, as they sold for a lot of G. We made over 14,000. Oh, look! The poppy we don't even need anymore is all grown up. Well, that's fun. So I set about harvesting the peppers, the corn, the hops, and the coffee. And I made sure to water the coffee plants one last time as well. From there, it was time for all of our normal farm chores, checking the mushroom cave, checking the fish pond where I got a fish roe. I found all my animals, gave them pets and pats, and refilled the food for the chickens and cows. The other fish pond was completed, so I made sure to go grab a rainbow trout as well. There we go. Oh, we can fit 3 in there? Okay, well, let's go get 2 more fish then. Then I crafted up some sprinklers to use in the fall and put them in the fall chest, which hopefully I will actually remember when fall starts, but I doubt it. Anyway, after all the chores were done, it was off to the mines again, but this time I headed down to floor 100. I wanted to find some more gold and also get a bit further down into the mines. Thankfully on these floors, you can find those little gray rocks which often give you a couple stone and you get mining XP for breaking them. Of course, on other floors, it takes forever to find a ladder to move to the next one. Yep, it definitely does take some time on some floors. You just have to be persistent. Well, hello to all of the friends on this floor, my goodness. And the first year, always make sure to bring some food with you when you get this far. In this playthrough, actually we'll be bringing a lot of food pretty much every time because we can't upgrade our tools. You can, of course, just opt to bring huge piles of boom booms as well. I did that once on accident in Skull Caverns, and it turned out really well. Got another slime over here. Hello, slime friend. Hello, red slime, my old friend. I've come to fight with you again. In the mines of Stardew. Don't kill me, let me kill you. I don't want to pass out and end up at Harvey's. Don't you see? Because then I would be embarrassed. Oh man, that might be one of the better ones, you guys. That might be one of the better ones. Okay, so I'll be honest, I tend to clip out my silly songs in the summary videos, but that one legit had me cracking up while editing it, so I did leave it in. I hope you don't hate it and that you laughed along with me. That would really be great. But let me know in the comments below, please. Thank you. I finished up the day with a bit more mining of some gold ore and then ran out of time, so I warped back to the farm and hurried off to get some rest. And look, we did get level 7 combat. We're another step closer to mastery. Tonight, at 10 p.m., the Moonlight Jellies will appear. That is, by the way, my personal favorite event in the entire game, so we're definitely going to that. But first, gotta do our farm chores. Harvesting coffee, hops, and tomatoes. Orange tree, did you? Oh, you did! Orange tree, you're my hero. You have made for me exactly 1 orange. Yay! The fish want 2 jade, which I'm not even sure I have, so I went to say hi to the rest of the animals instead. I also made sure to grab the oak resin, make some cheese and mayonnaise, and then we went back and dropped off the jade for the wood skips. So maybe it continues to work? Ba-boom! The jade makes us feel at home. Okay, great. I swung by the traveling cart, but only bought a rare seed. And stopping in the secret woods, I did get a new mahogany seed. So I stopped back to the farm, made some more mayo, and then we headed to the community center to drop off an orange for the artisan bundle. Might be the trickiest one to do. We have accomplished in 2 months in the game. I made sure as well to stop by and drop off 10,000 G to the vault so we can get 1 step closer to unlocking the desert. I had a few minutes left, so I tried to catch a stonefish, but I did not get one. Once it hit about 10 o'clock, I went down to the beach and ran all over, talking to everybody. I even remembered to find the wizard and say hello to him, which I don't often remember to do, or at least I don't think that I remember to do it. Now then it was time to mill around by Willie's house and make sure that we talked to everybody, like Emily and Clint and Elliot. And finally, I made sure to speak to Lewis and enjoy the Moonlight Jellies. Good evening. The jellies are close. I saw one glowing in the distance. Once we launch the boat, they'll come on up. Do we launch the boat? Yes, we've talked to everybody. Thank you. And now, as per tradition, we shall enjoy the event in silence. The glow of summer has faded and the moonlight jellies carry on toward the great unknown. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.